Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? I had to take a break because I had a lot on my mind and a lot of stuff to do. But now I'm back, ready to begin making videos again. And well, I'm starting with this one. I promised a subscriber that I'm going to make a review of the Nokia 3220, which I think I have a few of them. In this video I'm gonna tell you everything I know about this phone. And not just by reading their technical specifications, but because I had this phone back when I was in 5th or 6th grade. I mean, I had this phone. It was pretty awesome. Well, it had good and bads, and it got stolen. Welcome to Romania, and yeah. Right, so this time I show you this phone up close and personal, so let's get to the desk. And here they're all. Well, I do have the Star Wars edition that I refurbished in this video. Well, the whole box actually. It's not new, it's used, but I did what I could. And I don't have a original box for the 3220, so I'll have to use the one that I adapted in this Star Wars edition package, which is this box. Before I start showing about these four, let's do an unboxing first. So like I said, this is not the original box. I don't have one, unfortunately. But when you unbox it, it's the exact experience. You have the phone, the charger, and the battery. No headphones. Unfortunately, you had to buy those separately. I know, right? And if you take this cardboard out of the way, we have here, I'll show you what's about this. But first, we have the manual. Yeah, high five, bro. Man, I thought this was so cool back then. With all the menu, with all the instructions that you need. Yeah, orange stuff. Yeah, this is because of the Star Wars edition. Right, let me take this out of the way. I'm gonna take the phone from here. Well, this one came with the American charger type. Mine had the European. It looks the same, just this different. That's all. And here you have the battery, which is the BL5B. This is the battery for this phone. Let's take a closer look up on it. This is one variant of it. It came in multiple colors. You can even change the lights. Well, just the cover of the lights. And it also changes the light color a bit as well. So in the front we have the small display, earpiece, buttons. On the right side, the LEDs. The top has 3 LEDs, the bottom has 2. It should be red, green, red and green. Yeah, that's kind of the combination. On the left side is the same. On the top we have the power button. On the bottom we have the data connector and the charging port. And on the back we have this pretty cool 3D image. And the Nokia logo, of course, and the VGA camera. To open it up, just press here and pull it out. That's it. Yeah, boy, brag about that VGA camera. Now, this thing is removable. You can either put it like this transparent, or you can put one of the others. Again, all 3D. I used all of them because it was awesome, you know. It also gave you this thing. You can cut your own image. If you have something that you like, an image or something, you can put this there, mark it with a crayon or something, and cut it. And put it right here. Customizable. And that's what makes it awesome. I'm gonna put this back here and these others as well. Now let's start this baby up. We have here a SIM card. The battery in. Again, this being the Star Wars edition, it also gave additional stickers, but additional back covers, but I'm not going to show them now. If you want to see a unboxing of the Star Wars edition, leave a comment. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. Here, you can also put a wristband or like a necklace, you know? I like this green color. I don't know why this was detachable, but it's not. Now let's turn it on. What time it's now? 21:38 minutes late. And here's the phone. Like any classic Nokia, we have the image from the team. In the middle, the operator logo. On the left, the signal strength. And this is a screensaver that you can set the time when it starts. On the right, we have the battery level. And down here, we have the go-to, menu, contacts, which are basically these tab buttons. This in the middle of the D-pad. If I press to go to, it will say, well, it's in Romanian. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to English. Sorry, it's in my native language, so I'm gonna change it to English so you can all understand. Okay, English. It has the standard Nokia buttons layout on the D-pad. For example, if I press up, it starts the camera. The VGA camera, bro. You can only take 46 pictures. Right, before I get into details of this, let me tell you the technical specifications of it. This phone was announced in 2004, also released that year. 65K colors, 65,000 colors, yeah, not much. 1.5-inch display. Card slot, yeah, right, nope, you can't put any memory card on it. It doesn't have infrared, it doesn't have Bluetooth, unfortunately. You can't send anything with it, only MMS's messages like with that maximum 100 kilobits each. I know, right? Of course, you can play Java games and apps. You can record video, take pictures, and unfortunately, not even an MP3 player. You can send and receive call. You can send and receive messages. The internal storage, it's only 3 megabytes. Wow, right? Yeah, the internal storage is 3 megabytes. You heard that right, not gigabytes, megabytes. I had to make do with that, man. When I heard the song that I liked, I just pressed record. You can record sounds with it. Not gallery, media, voice recorder. I just maximum 5 minutes. So I recorded the songs and did the playback. That sounded awful, but I did understand the music. So yeah, memories. Maximum 5 minutes. So I recorded the songs and did the playback. That sounded awful, but I did understand the music. So yeah, memories. Something like that. Let me delete this embarrassment. So let me explain now. If you press the top, you're starting the camera, which can now take 46 pictures on standard. On options, if you change mode, we have standard, portrait, night mode, and video. On all phones back in the day, when you select night mode, look what happens. It's so slow. I mean, it has such a low shutter speed. And because, you know, the low light. And video, I can record maximum 15 seconds. This phone was made for TikTok. Yeah. Now let's get back to photo and also settings. You can choose now a standard photo, or you can choose default mode in when you start the camera. Which mode is it? This is standard, of course. Image quality, of course. Let's go the highest, and you'll see the counter lower. Maximum video length. Now we can take 38 pictures. Now let's go to video. Maximum 50 seconds. Again, made for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Too bad it's VGA, and basically the image size will be the size of this display on a large monitor. So yeah, not adequate. On the left we have the message. If I press the left, and it get me into the right message option. So if I press the left D-pad, it sends me to the right message menu. I can write the SMSs here and send it directly if I don't want to get into menu and messages. On the bottom we have the contact list, and on the right the calendar. And of course you can change all of this in the settings. On the top we have to go to alarm clock, silent inbox, basically this thing. And on the right it's a shortcut to contacts. As you can see, it has the animated menu. I liked this back then. I mean, animated menu wasn't something that all phones had. Pretty awesome, eh? Now let's go to settings, profiles, themes. Let's change the theme because it's a red phone. Cheeky, aren't you cheeky? Let's do a view. How does it look? Oh, it has a GIF. Yeah, I like these. Oh, come on. Apply theme because it's awesome. Now I'm gonna let it like this for a while, and let me show you the screensaver. Here's the screensaver. Yeah. So we have messages, typical thing, inbox, outbox, saved, call register, the contacts. I already showed you that, settings. Now I did tone settings, ring and tone. Oops. Accidentally pressed the wrong button. Lights, camera, action. Well, on let's say you manage to download another tone, which this one is point mid, I believe. Yeah. These tones, the LEDs are programmed to light up depending on the tone. If you put an let's say non-original tone, if you want to see the light effects, it will only light up and change colors. That's kind of it. Nothing special. Lights up depending on the song. Wallpaper, screensaver. You can change all of these manually if you want to. Operator logo. When I had this, I went to, I believe, the Vodafone store. It was like something like that back then. And you can download operator logos. I mean, instead of the provider, which this one it's Vodafone, it had a picture of something, a dinosaur or something, instead of writing this. It was customizable. And if selling for display on, if I turn this off, you won't see the operator logo anymore. Welcome note if you want to put a welcome note when the phone starts up. Startup tone, which is basically the Nokia startup. I can just turn it off, but I want it on. Menu view, that's what you can change the menu view from list to grid. And now if I go to menu, you have something like this. Organizer, which is basically alarm clock, calendar, synchronization. Yeah, this is the server and the PC. For this phone, man, I had a lot of trouble installing the cable driver for it on Windows XP. If you didn't have the driver, you could not connect it. Which is, yeah, obviously, but on today's phone, basically everything is automatic. So media, I showed you already, camera and voice recorder, that's all the media it can. Organizer, I showed you. Applications, games and collection. You could install on it extra games. Yep, these are the original games. In collection, what tab do we have? I don't remember having any app. Yep, no app here. On this phone anyway, you will see. Services is basically the GPRS and the SIM services. Yeah. And that's kind of it. And now, like I said, this one it's customizable. For example, I can take it completely apart like this. Like this. So you have this body shell set. You can change this and the buttons, and you can also change these sides. They're removable. This is where the loudspeaker is. And there you have it. This is the naked phone. It also has this little rubber seal here. This, if you can take it out, you can see that it has some pins here. That's specifically for this fan shell that you can attach to it. Also comes in 2 colors, or 3, I don't remember. The front it's same thing, but the bottom it's a bit thicker. I'm not gonna open this since it's sealed, you know, I want to keep it as original as possible. And it also has a connector adapter for that hole, in which you connect this back cover that has a circuit with LEDs on it. I'll show that in a second. First, let me put this back together. You can't put this the other way around. For example, it has the specific shape from the top to the bottom. Push it in. And then slide it down. These ones are not originals. The sides, they're made completely of plastic, but it also has this 3D shape here. The thing about this, the original ones were made of rubber. Well, the interior was made of plastic and the rubber was over it. The rubber usually snaps from the plastic and it remains just a little plastic there. It looked very ugly like that. That's the way. Also, all is on display. What do you know about that? See, no lights on. That's a Nokia specialty. Yeah. Oh. So that's with this phone. Now let me show you all the others. For example, actually I'm gonna let this right here. I also have this one. I just took it because yeah, multiple colors. See, the standard was white. These are also non-original. I don't have a cover for this body shell, but this is how I had it. Basically, I had it this color. Yeah, something like this, but this thing was blue and chromed. Yeah. You can also put black ones. These ones are original. See how it looks here? That's what happens. This is basically rubber. I'll show you in a sec. Oh, this one is on. See how it is? In the middle it's made of plastic and the exterior is made of rubber. Usually this rubber disintegrates in time. I only kept it because they're original. On this phone you can't see the lights because you know they're completely matte black, that is, and you can see through them. On this one they're reddish, something like that. Yeah, and you can change between them, no problem at all with that. I have multiple of them. And now, like I promised, the fun shell one, here it is. Also fully functional. This is how thick it looks with the fun shell, and this is how it looks standard. The fun shell, it's thicker. And let me show you why. It has this circuit with these connectors that press here on this thing. Being extra careful not to damage it, you know. And this is the part that connects between the main board and the fun board, to say like that. See, put this back in. Again, it's basically the same phone, only that when you have the fun shell, when you connect this, the phone detects it, and when I go to apps and collection, this one appears, cover browser. That's the back covers menu. And when I open it, downloading, basically you need the internet connection for it. Air Express, Wave Message, Swamp Racer, these are games. Air Express and Swamp Racer, but Wave Message is what you need to install. It says downloading. It closes because it doesn't have internet connection. I was lucky enough to install this. Let me get out of here because I'm going to show you. I don't know how it installed. This was, I believe, last year. Yeah. I put a SIM card with internet on it and it says downloading and it installed apparently. Yeah, if you leave, I think, selected too long and not press anything, it will show you what it means. Memory status on this one. Free memory through 237 kilobytes. Yeah. Now let's go to select app and wave message. Let me show you the function of this body shell, which is awesome. You can create a message by simply writing something here. For example, test, right? I have to turn off the lights for this again, which is not a problem. And I'm going to press display. Can you see the test? I can see it from here, but I don't know if you can see it on the screen. This was the message. Now you can create also an image. I'm basically drawing here pixels, but I'm not gonna draw now. Let's use the templates. Let's put, well, a heart, because I love y'all. I think it's because of the frame rate is not showing too much. On my naked eye, I can see it every now. I don't expect to see anything now. It's light. Yeah, this is a pretty cool party prop for when you party night and yeah, nighttime. It was mostly like a toy, this phone. I mean, it was cool to have. If you have this fun shell, it's even better. But again, thicker. This one feels, I don't know, more cool to hold, let's say like that. This one feels a bit too, like myself, fat. Yeah, but still cool. So I had this phone and I was, let's say, happy with it. I was happy with it. The only reason I was not too happy with it because no MP3 player, a VJ camera, which was, you know, here's a camera, enjoy. Yeah, no Bluetooth, no infrared at least, and even infrared was old back then. But other than that, you can use it as a phone. If you wanted to memorize something, you could take a picture, but it was more of a general picture, not something that you can zoom in like this, like today's phones. I mean, you could zoom in, but it was pixelated. Well, I only enjoyed the lights. I did not have the fun shell. So that's it for this review. What do you think? Did you have this phone back in the day, or do you have it now in your collection? Leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like and maybe subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And I appreciate if you do that. So until next time, everyone, I wish you a very awesome day just like yourself and all the best. Bye.